how you got to think about it is we're getting to price discovery phase in Bitcoin, and most of the other crypto will catch up and we'll all get to new all-time highs in the quality assets. The shitty stuff won't do, but the quality assets will go to all-time highs. You don't know how high they go. Usually it's somewhere between 3 and 10 times the previous all-time high.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Raoul Pal discusses Bitcoin and other crypto, according to Raoul Pal, considering the current price discovery phase in Bitcoin. It's likely that the rest of the cryptocurrency market will follow suit, and we will all reach new all-time highs in the quality assets, while the lower quality ones will not perform as well. Assets are expected to reach record highs, and the potential increase could be 3 to 10 times the current levels, prior to the peak level. Alright, even when you're at the peak, you still have significant potential for growth from this point, considering we have not reached the stage in the economic cycle where things typically start to decline, which usually happens later in the year 2025. Later in the same year. Perhaps if it arrives sooner, it will be the conclusion of 2024 regardless. During this period, there will be significant drawdowns resulting in 35% liquidations. Considering a potential 100% rally from the current point, the outcome could vary significantly based on different scenarios. Choose your assets wisely to navigate the unpredictable world of risks. If you're hesitant, opt for the safest options. Individuals should consider holding fewer assets that are highly volatile to reduce risk, and lots of things Raoul Pal discussed, so please watch the video to end. And share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
You've got to think of crypto as the most ludicrous market you've ever been involved in. It has the highest returns, the highest volatility, the biggest drawdowns, the best memes, the most stupidity, the most angry people who hate you because you're involved. It's like everything in the world turned up to 11. So it's the most befitting thing in the world where everyone gets super excited about new all-time high in Bitcoin. It prints the new all-time high, does a massive reversal, and everyone's like, oh, we're poor again now. And it's kind of like the other thing about crypto, unlike traditional markets, it's so easy for regular people to have leverage. So for some reason, even though you warn people and tell people and beg people not to take leverage in a 70-volt asset, they still do it. And so what happens is, it might even be just a small position, but it builds up because they all get confidence. Then something happens, and it's like, you get liquidated, you all get liquidated. We cleared out, I don't know, it was $1.5 billion of liquidations in Bitcoin in like half an hour. Market resets and off we go again. So it's kind of, you have to think of it as a computer game. It's so ridiculous. But as you know, I don't trade any of this stuff. I mean, I was buying all of my crypto back in November, December 2022. I don't think I've bought anything since January 2023, and I've just done a few asset allocation shifts. The idea is just to own your spot, own it for the cycle, and just do nothing. And it's really as simple as that. You get paid to do nothing. I mean, most of this stuff, Solana was up 10x last year, Bitcoin was up 160%, everything's up 50% this year to date. You don't have to do anything.
According to Raoul Pal, it's the most fitting thing in the world where everyone gets super excited about reaching a new peak. Bitcoin hits an all-time high before experiencing a significant reversal. Everyone is talking about being poor again now, which is similar to another aspect of crypto. In traditional markets, it's quite simple for everyday individuals to utilize leverage, which is why despite this, you advise, caution, and plead with individuals to avoid using leverage in a 70V. They continue to engage in it, even if it's just a minor asset. Roll progresses steadily until a turning point where confidence is shaken. We liquidated. Everyone got liquidated. We cleared out about $1.5 billion of liquidations. Investing in Bitcoin can be quite volatile. The market can reset quickly, leading to new opportunities. One way to approach this is to think of it like a computer game. It may seem absurd at first. Let's back to the Raoul Pal interview.
So Firstly, look, I think Tony's going to talk about Nvidia and other stuff a little bit later to explain the kind of mindset you have in a bull market. It's very different, and it's very difficult when assets move this fast because you always feel like, oh my God, I'm buying the top. It's going to be terrible and it's scary. But how you got to think about it is we're getting into price discovery phase in Bitcoin, and most of the other crypto will catch up, and we'll all get to new all-time highs in the quality assets. You know, the shitty stuff won't do. But the quality assets go to all-time highs. You don't know how high they go. Usually it's somewhere between 3 and 10 times the previous all-time high. Okay, so even when you're at the all-time high, you've got significant upside from here. You know, if we're not at the business cycle point where things turn lower, which tends to be later on, 2025, later in 2025, maybe if it comes earlier, it's the end of 2024. Either way, that's when you get larger drawdowns. So you're going to see 35% liquidations, but you've probably got a worst case 100% rally from here, and the best case whatever, depending which asset you choose. So the risk reward is always good. So if you are on the sidelines, look, for most people, you hold less of an asset that's so volatile. So you own less of it. And days like today, when there's liquidation, that's a great day to put some money at work. Now, is this the low today? Who the hell knows? Could it go low for the next week? I don't know. But if it does, you should think of it as a gift. For me, it's not a gift because I have no more money to put into crypto. So I just have to watch it. But that's what these are for. So you should not be scared of them. If you have a thesis and you understand and you think, okay, this market's going to go higher over time, then use sell-offs to your advantage to get slightly better entries where, you know, it's less frothy, because it never feels good to buy something and then it goes in your face 10, 15, 20% before rallying. It's always that always leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It's always nice if you can buy something that's on sale for no real reason except people are liquidating positions because they got overexcited. That's a nice time to start adding to it. Also, It did another beauty. It exactly turned on the DMARC 913 top.
There's another one. Right, throw that on the pile.
Now, if you're a trader, this is a great market too. If you know how to trade a bit of volatility, right? You know, we should put all nat gas traders to trade crypto because they understand volatility. Right? It's terrifying. Right. But yes, from a trading perspective, different time horizon for me, great opportunities because you put in one of those big outside days, you put in a DMARC top, you had a bearish divergence on the RSI. So, okay, most people are probably expecting a quick downprint and resumption, but maybe because of this structural thing, you have a down, up, down, ABC, nice, slightly longer correction, or maybe not longer in time, but sharper in price than people expect. That kind of stuff. And I think you're right, it's tradable. But then, you know, where are we in the longer term time horizon? Well, we've probably got a lot further to go. So if you're a trader, you're like, okay, I can trade both sides of this and make money. Now, I'm a terrible trader, unlike you. So I just stick with the long-term pattern, which is bottom left, top right. It keeps doing it over the last 10 years I've been doing this. So why change that? But from the perspective of trading, that's why a lot of people like to trade it. If they don't mind volatility, it's tough. If you want to use a bit of leverage and do the kind of old school way you might trade bonds, you're just going to get carried out in this. But if you're used to commodity trading, you know, gold actually trades like this, not quite as volatile, but gold breaks out, fails, goes back down, then goes up. You know, it's a pain in the arse to trade. Silver's even worse. So it's kind of similar to that.
And when we went into winter and people got wiped out, you know.
This is part of my don't fuck this up thesis. If you want to get involved, like, it's life-changing. It's the biggest macro trend we've ever been given. It's the best performing asset in all recorded history in the shortest period of time. And it continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. Everyone writes it off every time it does a down 80%, and 18 months later it's back at all-time highs, making everybody look like idiots. So the game is not to fuck that up. And the classic way of doing it is using leverage, because you will lose your mind. You will do stupid things like, here is an asset class that goes up stupid amounts. And for some reason, that little voice in your head says, you know what? If I just got 5 or 10 times levered, I could make 10 times as much. What are you, bananas? It goes up 100, 200, 300% in a year. You don't need leverage. And so just stop doing that and stop FOMOing, because, today was a classic FOMO day, right? Most people would like, it's broken all-time highs. And don't do that in crypto. It will make you look stupid. And just have a plan, stick with it. Don't use leverage. Use the right time horizon. Unless you know how to trade really well, like Tony, don't touch it in that time horizon. Just buy and hold it and forget about it. It's all around the how to unfuck your future idea. That is difficult for people. So, I just recorded a piece about a lot of this today. Look, there's going to be a lot of informational value for people, just to give them an opportunity to see the bigger picture, where it's going and how to take advantage of it and get out of the kind of mess that everybody's in, which is their wages don't go up, assets get more expensive, and life feels like it's always getting away from them.
According to Raoul Pal, anticipate the market to rise in the long run and capitalize on dips to improve your entry points. Raoul Pal understands that it's reassuring to avoid purchasing something only to see its value drop significantly shortly after. Rallying is always what leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It's always satisfying to make a purchase. That item is currently on sale for no apparent reason other than individuals are selling off their holdings. They became too enthusiastic, so it's a good time to refrain from further contributions. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. And we will meet in next video. Thanks.